I came on here to preface about how my uploading would be, but I'm not even gonna do that. Fuck it. Um, it just need to be up and out this phone, and that's how I'm feeling with a lot of stuff, a lot of my ideas, and a lot of things that I have just been like ruminating on and just keeping upstairs is driving me motherfucking mad, bitch. And now I'm mad. So, um, it's not like y'all get what I get, but this is really the truest way that I know how to express myself. No cuts, no extreme edits, no extra pizzazz. This is real. This is me. I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be now. Shine on me. Anyways, I was gonna say I want to do like little definitions of the day. This shit is look, random is me. Okay, I'm leaning into it. Okay, I was gonna say I actually do I want to say that? Yeah, I do. Okay, I came up with a word. I hope this isn't really a real thing and it's like something else, but I'll explain the sense that I needed it. But I got Mad Hatter syndrome. And I say that because two things. Well, one, I love Alice in Wonderland, and I have felt more in love with it over the years. Like I love the Cheshire Cat, but I also just love the Mad Hatter. I always loved how he expressed himself, and anytime people asked him, or even Alice would ask him like these serious questions, he would always find a way to express it in a way that was never, he would acknowledge it if you were being depressive or sad or something or confused or unsure of yourself, but in the same breath he would empower you or get you to ask yourself, should you really be thinking that? And I mean that in that sense when I say that I have Mad Hatter syndrome, because I've been doing that a lot with myself. It's like questioning, do you really give a fuck? Like, or are you just acting like that because you think that that's like the right thing to do? You know what I'm saying? And not in the sense of like the worst things ever, but in terms of like, do you really care what people think? Or is that like just normal for people to care what other people think? You know? And the answer is fucking no. I never cared. It was always offered up to me. Like I was just remembering this time that I was, girl, you know, they did popcorn reading. So I'm reading in class, and afterwards, no, this boy came and asked me, was like, why do I take a breath every time after I like read or finish like a sentence or something? Like basically am I holding my breath when I talk? And y'all hear me like I'm not holding my breath, but I'll expend all my air to finish talking, and then I don't know. And it's like it was always something external that made me over perceive myself, when it's like, well, I read fine, don't I? You understood what I said, didn't I? I'm not stumbling over myself, and I'm definitely not the worst reader in the class. And not to say that that puts me on a hierarchy stance, but it's not like it was some big deal. And there's been so many experiences like that. Like, girl, if I had to count them on my hand, I bet y'all would run out of hands. Um, but it's like, why you on my body so much? No, but seriously, and they was. But something wrong with me. But yeah, and then on the other stance of the Mad Hatter syndrome is I get like endorphins when people think I'm weird. Like it does make me nervous, but I always find myself laughing at it, like, especially when people perceive me wrong. It's very funny. And on the topic of being real, like, so my mom, like, she's a very, like, close-minded gal. And I think I always, like, freaked her out a little bit. And even, like, when I started, like, being really experimental, or at the stage where they say, like, defiance is high, I remember, like, I used to do all types of stuff, like cut my eyebrow, and, like, I wanted to dye my hair. And I remember senior year, I big chopped, right? She was so scared for me, like, and it was, I could tell she was a little off put by it because I had a lot of hair and wah, but it's like, they made hair my whole fucking personality. And no. And really I did it because I just liked how it looked, but also because I knew nobody else is doing it. Let me do it. And not really like that, like, oh, I'm trying to be different. But I really did have a fascination with big chopping and how it looked, and I always liked that look. But I think the other thing that made me say yes, because oftentimes when making a decision or a choice, you need yeses, right? So the other thing that made me go, like, yeah, I'm gonna do it, is when I told my mom. And I remember cutting my hair in the bathroom before she actually, like, buzzed it over or whatever. And I remember her freaking out, and I was just so excited. And I felt a little off put because she was freaking out, but, like, internally, I was so excited. And only when and only then, when somebody would try to trap me in a perception of their own, would I then be highly anxious and feeling down and everything. And I say that because when I went to school that week or whatever the fuck, that whole week, girl, I was on a motherfucking high. Got to school, broke down. I couldn't go into school. I literally had an anxiety attack in my mom's car. We sat for a hot minute, and then she was like, you gotta go to class. But I'm like, bitch, first period, that's the worst class. And for a lot of reasons, but also because I knew the people in there were heavy on perception, and I just didn't want the like, oh, get over yourself. And them, not me. And I remember going to my art teacher, literal angel. Anytime I talk about him, girl, you might as well see wings spot. You know, not like that. But I remember going to him, and literally he Mad Hattered me. He was like, I understand how you feel, but do you like it? Yeah. Then what we talking about? That's basically what he said to me. Like, if you like it, it does not matter what anybody else has to think, say, or want to say, or how they feel. It don't. Because the facts are, your hair ain't gonna grow back right now. It ain't gonna grow back if somebody don't like it. And for you to change how you feel about something that you made a choice and a decision on that you were very proud of, to because somebody else might not like it, is crazy. And you need to get over yourself. And at that point, I did not necessarily take that conversation as that, but I am very grateful. As you can see, it's stuck with me. And I remember calling my mom after I had left, and girl, I broke down again in the hallway, and I basically waited until the hallway got full to where I could kind of disguise myself. Like, if people see me walking past, it was quick. Like, I'm on my way to the next class, and I made sure to sit in the class like be the first one, so that as people came in, it was like a slow integration of like, oh my god, Millie, like what? And yeah, but I say all that to say is that I got Mad Hatter syndrome, and I love it, and it's truly all I know. Be more mad, or you may go mad. This was the best way I knew how to get this point across, not only for myself, but for y'all as well. And I may not know it or see it now, but this was a non-negotiable when it comes to my start. But yeah, be true, be you. That's it, that's all. Ta-ta now. I'll see y'all in the next one. And like always, be kind to yourself. Give yourself some grace. And I love you if ain't nobody said it today. And show yourself some love because you deserve it. All right, that's it, that's all. Ta-ta now.